Hey folks, so just after midnight last night, or technically this morning, we got an Amber Alert. Ontario Amber Alert. Victims Arabella Venue, female, 3 years old, suspects unknown. Last seen Barrie, Turnbridge Road. If seen, call 911. Not much to go on. So basically you're looking for a 3-year-old girl. So the Weather Network always repeats them when they come out, and they come out in text form, which I prefer. But it's the Ontario Amber Alert in effect. The Barrie Police Service have requested an Amber Alert on February 8, 2022. Victim, one Arabella Venue, 3 years old, girl, white, last seen 5 p.m. in Barrie, Turnbridge Road. If observed, call 911. Well, at least they said she's white. That narrows it down a little bit. So how are you supposed to, like, what was she wearing? No. any kind of description. Nothing. So you don't have a clue who you're even looking for. So anybody with a 3-year-old girl is suspect. Nothing to go on. So it ended this morning sometime, so I don't know if she's been found, located, or what, I don't know. So 4 degrees today, +4, not minus. It's nice seeing above freezing temperatures again. So if you look down at the bottom there, it says, "This is unsettling news for coffee and avocado lovers." I was like, oh, that got my attention. So I look at it. Growing regions for coffee, cashews, and avocados will shift, study predicts. It's climate change propaganda. So I didn't even bother looking at it. Not interested. Does not apply. That drives me nuts about the Weather Network. Everything, every story they have now has got climate change injected into it when it doesn't even need to be there. I read one of their stories. It was about invisible colors in plants. So we see colors. They used a sunflower as an example. And we see the yellow petals, but insects that see outside the color range that we see in the ultraviolet area, there's different colors on these flowers. That's what this story was about. And of course they had to inject their climate change into it. It doesn't even belong in the story, but that's the way the Weather Network is now. Every story's got climate change in it, whether it applies or not. It just drives me nuts. So anyway, that's my rant. So I am like really behind in my videos right now. Normally when winter comes I catch up, but I've been doing so much this year. I don't go out as much as I normally do, but when we have bad weather or something, then I tend to go out just before that, just so I can show it, right? And there's just been so much happening, and so much that I've been doing, that I've been accumulating more video than I normally would, so I'm not catching up any. So when the Freedom Convoy came through town, that's kind of a timely video, so I wanted to show it right away. So I had to I had like 7 or 8 videos already uploaded to YouTube, scheduled, waiting to go. So I just kind of injected it in there because I didn't want to wait that long for that to get out. So that's kind of messed things up because I was talking about the snowmobile trail permits that I found out the cost of. So I kind of updated on that before it was even out that I was talking about it. So basically I answered a question that hadn't been asked yet, because they're in later videos. I hate being behind. It messes everything up. So, apparently there's a chance of rain today. We do have more snow coming in the next few days. I'm seeing flakes falling right now. They just started just since I've been sitting here. So as long as it stays snow and doesn't change to rain, I'm happy. Until I get back anyways. Oh yeah. Most important thing I wanted to talk about when I come out, I almost forgot what it was. So I called Mediox, and they are checking the availability of the battery. He asked me what kind of scooter it was for, because I just asked for the batteries. I didn't, say for any specific scooter. So he asked me what they're for, because he knows these are very large batteries, and he's saying you can probably get away with 75 amp hour, and if you're just driving, shopping or whatever. I explained the situation. It's like, no, I need the bigger batteries. I said, that's why we went with the bigger batteries. It's not a normal scooter. It's very heavy, it's fast, and there's a lot of hills in Wingham. So he understood what I was talking about. I said, if you were to see it, you'd understand. It's a very large, heavy machine. It needs the bigger batteries. But I didn't tell him I was a YouTuber and I do long trips, so that's another reason. So I'm waiting for him to call back to let me know. Like, he can get them. It's just a matter of, the availability when he can get them. So, and how far away the nearest stock is. So, the MK Power, I believe, are built in the States, so I don't have to worry about, shipping from overseas and sitting in the ocean for 3 months. I can't believe I never thought of that. I can't believe that I've wasted all this time trying to get them from a place here in town when Mediox is in Godrich, which is not far away, and ODSP pays for their delivery, and they do it as a service call. They don't just ship them to me, they'll bring them to me and do it as a service call. They'll install them if I want them to, but so ODSP will pay for all that. And it's so much quicker and so much easier. I can't believe I never thought of that. But, like I say, they're the people that did the service on my ES 950 when it was my main scooter. It was when I was in Hanover and they'd come from Godrich. And last time I got batteries from him, it was the same thing. Told them I need batteries. They notified ODSP. Within a couple days it was approved. And then I think the next day they showed up with my batteries, and he changed them for me, just on the spot. Nice and simple, quick. But, I've had the monster so long, I'm so used to doing everything myself now. It's just like, never even occurred to me to call them. Because they can't do anything with the monster itself. They're not licensed for Heartway, so they can't work on the scooter, but they can get batteries. They're generic. They're for any scooter. You don't have to be specific brand licensed to get batteries. So that's why it upset me when the pharmacy down here told me they can't get them, because they only deal with one brand, and so they can only I asked them one time, I said, if they service scooters, because I noticed they have them for sale, and they said only the brand that we carry. So I tried to get batteries to them. They said they couldn't get them. I don't think they tried. I think they just looked at the batteries that they have for their scooters. I don't think they even looked. So, but anyways, hopefully I'll have them soon. And there are some more cold days coming up, but generally the temperature looks like it's going on an upward trend overall. Oh, it's windy today. I never noticed that. That's gonna suck. So I'll go get my milk. Go get cans of cat food and Timmy's. That's all I have planned. Well, I guess the post office is kind of along the way. And if Frank or Reg is out, I'll stop and talk to them for a bit. That's all I have planned. So, I'm up early today. I got to bed really late. I wanted to make that phone call this morning, and I was considering staying up all night, but that leads to other problems because my sleeping has shifted back to mornings again. Because I have to be up in the daytime to make a call and expect the call back. I have to be awake when I get that call back. So it's just after 1 p.m. right now. Normally I'd be sleeping right now. So. And that just reminded me of what I was going to talk about before. I mentioned there was something else that I stayed awake thinking about one night. And saying that, you know, normally I'm sleeping this time of day, kind of reminded me of that. But like I say, it's a long story. I want to talk about it. It's just a matter of having the right time to do it. Because once I start talking about it, it's probably going to be the only thing I talk about because it's going to be kind of lengthy. It's interesting. It'll be worth listening to, but it's just not something I want to get into right now because it'll just take too long. And I'm kind of ready to go out. So. Snow slowed down a little bit, and that's nice. As long as that doesn't mean it's changed to rain and I just can't see it. I don't know. I looked at the radar. There's like little spots all over the place, so this is probably just a little spot that's dropping. Probably end by the time I even get outside. So, anyway, I'll go head out and see what today brings me. It was actually kind of a nice trip. I didn't have to worry too much about the batteries. It's bumpy as crap out there right now. Everything's starting to melt, and all the potholes that were filled with snow are now reappearing. It's pretty bumpy, icky, slushy. I don't like when everything melts. That's when everything gets stuck. And all the garbage that's accumulated in the snowbanks over the winter starts to appear again. Winter's not over, it's just a temporary thaw. It'll be coming back again for a little while. Not quite spring yet. But comes a horse and buggy. Can you see it go by? Looks like the camera caught it. So, a little extra juice left in the battery, so I went down behind the community center. I haven't been down there for a while. The batteries being the way they are, just kind of afraid to go that extra distance. But I sat down there, ate my wraps, and watched the traffic go by. Can't think of anything else to talk about. Nothing happened when I was out. I'd like to have gone down to see the dam, but no, not quite yet. So I guess I'll end here. I didn't have anything else to talk about, and nothing else really happened while I was out, so it was an enjoyable day. Thanks for watching.